All right. So bless and be blessed, in other words, y'all. Bless and be blessed, in other words. You hear me? Because it's really what time it is, y'all. And that's really what it's about. I assure you, that's really what it's about. So just know, like, that's the type of time we on. Like I just said, the last little analogy is, you feel me? If you that man right now in these last days, you want to pour that bottle, you want to pour that honey, you want to, you know, put a book of liquor and we dive in it. Like, okay, swim, boy, swim. You feel me? And yet, if you see the man who want to fast and he don't want to drink, bless him too. Be like, dude, salud, I see you. Enjoy that. You feel me? Enjoy that peace. Enjoy that peace. You feel me? Okay? That's the kind of love. That's the type of time we got to be on. Because that's where we at. Like I said, we talking about our transitions into our next levels as beings. Okay? And that being said, Ali Selassie is my savior, and I'm just letting y'all know that off the strength of you being able to cite him and be able to look up his works and why he revealed himself to me. I was baptized in the name of quote unquote Jesus Christ at the age of 14, and I'm letting you know this because that's an English way of saying Jesus. Jesus which is, Espanol and Latin. And yet, when you go to the Amharic language, which is the language of Ethiopia, it's Yesos, which is spelled with the I-E-S-O. So it's pronounced the same way in Spanish and Latin and Amharic, okay? Which brings you back to your native languages, all right? Excuse me. Okay. But that being said now, but no, that wasn't no real cough. I just choked on a little something. So I'm just letting y'all know. That being said, okay, when we talking about Jesus or Iosos Christos, okay, which also translates to Yeshua, okay, some say Yesus, like our bruh Ye said, okay. I love you, Ye, for doing it, putting your little, let me not say little, but thank you for stepping out there and speaking on Christ in the position you was in. I'm blessing you. I'm not even gonna front. I'm gonna bless you for the strength of you stepping out there back in the day when you did that song, Jesus Walks, right? He did it in a time where it was really real. They didn't even want him to say it in that name. And that's the English version. And English is not our native language, okay? So even in that time, they didn't even want us to say Jesus Walks, okay? Let alone for him to get all the way to the point of saying yay. And get y'all back on the Jesus. Because like I said, when you go back to your native languages, Spanish, Latin, Amharic, which goes back to the Hebrew, you saying Iosos Christos, which is pronounced as a Y in English, okay? Yesus or Iosos, which in Amharic is a I-E, okay? S-O-U-S. Iosos Christos, okay? Which in Hebrew is Yeshua or Yahushua. Okay, all respect due. And yes, Emperor Ali Selassie I, Rastafari, is his descendant. Okay, so this is why I'm bigging him up. I'm always gonna keep speaking his name because when you Google him, you look up his works. He really did big work for us, y'all, in this last generation. He's a Christ throughout all generations, and he sends his son every generation for all of us. And when you look at his times, and big ups to his family and those who still living in his light. I say this because when you look up his works, he spoke before the United Nations. He spoke against hypocrisy. He spoke against war. He spoke against just all these things, anything wrong in the world. Long story short, even any type of causing imbalance in nature, okay? So that being said now, you know what I'm saying? We stay flexible, but we make sure we deal with the truth and its actuality. Proverbs 11 verse 9, by knowledge shall the just be delivered. So out of big love, again, Christ is really, when in the East side now, they use terms like Buddha, they use terms like Krishna, and both of these terms are referring to like a Godhead, one who is Christ-like. Okay, and when you look at the works of the Buddha, you look at the works of Krishna. They traveled and they taught peace. And they taught peace to the point of being able to exchange with others who are not like you in order to have harmony, okay? And constructivity, okay? Constructivity is the next word. But we on to the next video.